Yeah, I mean, you have to look at yourself and say, you know what, when you have success, I have success. So that's the way we should see it. You know, when you doing good at your job, I should feel happy. But when the Bible speaks about love does not envy, it's about that. It's about you thinking about the next person, not you. But I learned it. And I'm still in the same. This is my prayer. My prayer is that God can lead me to be as Christ is. Yeah. Christ died for us. He died for he expecting nothing in return. Yeah. So that would be my prayer, and keep learning every single day.
And it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not like we went to one counseling session and we're like, all right, we got it, thank you, bye. No, it took a lot of work. Like I said, putting our pride aside, which is another thing that love is. You can't be prideful and put two and two together. And a lot of the times it's good to know your weaknesses. It's good to know where you have almost lacked to speak up or to again, set your pride aside. So I'm not going to say it was the only time. I mean, there's been other times. Hello, we're going through a pandemic. Yeah. Our world has completely changed for what we know was normal. And another time presented. I mean, we have been so blessed to be working, but guess what? We have 2 kids. I was the one staying home, working from home, and he was going out, and it became so frustrating. I mean, I had to deal with being a full-time employee, being a teacher, being a caregiver, and at one point I was just upset. I was like, wait a minute, I'm still here stuck in this situation. But one day I came to realize, wait, why am I upset at my husband? He didn't choose to go out during a pandemic and risk, getting sick. Thankfully, he's been okay until now. And we pray that, we shall continue to be like that. But guess what? Going back to the situation that we went to, because we dealt with being envious in our marriage, with that, I was so much more sensitive. And I caught myself before it got to a point where I would be upset or would lash out at him. So, going to counseling is one thing, but putting in the work is another. You can't just go and expect for you to receive, and not have to act upon it. You have to. So, it was very, very important for us to sit down and put the cards on the table and say, okay, where are we failing? What do we need to do? Where did we lose track? And it's not easy, folks. You can lose track along the marriage. I'm sure easily. I don't think you ever fully arrive. You're always going, but a lot of situations get easier, and some you learn along the way. Yeah. So, and envy is one of those things that can happen quickly. Like I said, sometimes you won't even realize it until you have kind of passed that. And so, yeah.
And it doesn't have to be your ex-stranger, it could be your husband. Yeah. You envy what your husband or your spouse has. But at the same time, you keep learning every single day. This is a daily thing that you have to do. Learn how to know your spouse. Learn how to communicate. I think that's one of the keys, and everybody says it is a key, and it is a key. Mm-hmm. Because you learn how to expose what's going on in the inside. Yeah. So I think God has helped us a lot, and we're still in this journey, and let another 10, 20, 40, 50 years come, and we're still learning.
Yeah, and the important thing to remember is to be in tune with your weaknesses, to let your spouse help you, build you up in that area if that is a stronger area that they have. Because, for example, I had more of an issue than he did, in that area, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's never had it. It's just that he's stronger in some areas, and I don't have that much strength, but he is able to help me, and vice versa. There's other things that, I've been able to surpass, and he's stuck, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, it's okay, we'll be fine, we'll survive this. Again, yeah, like he said, sometimes as a marriage couple, you look at other families and you're like, wait, why do they have this? We've been here, faithfully serving and doing what we're supposed to do. And it can cause tension between you, because you can look at your spouse and be like, well, you're not doing what you're supposed to, or vice versa, So it's just very, very, it's not a good place to be at.
And success is not about money.
And it's not about money or the places that they're going or the things that they've accomplished, whether it's monetary or whether it's, possessions. It's more than that. Sometimes things on the outside can look very, very pretty, but behind closed doors is another thing. And we've learned to be grateful for what we have, and to be happy when we see our friends succeeding, especially other marriages that bring and pour out so much and so into our lives with their own marriage. So it's just important to, have people around. This marriage thing cannot be done alone. Obviously, you have to know God will provide, just like He provides in other ways, He will provide you with the tools that you need, and that includes other people that are in similar situations that you are, or that can give you insight on, on a situation that you're going through, or can kind of tell you, hey, wait a minute, this is not okay. This is, kind of wake you up. So I think that it's just one of those things that when you catch yourself, or when you realize that, you're going to a place where it's just not good, it's so good to speak to your spouse, pray together. And, we're preaching to ourselves here, because it's not something, we sit there every night and we pray together. There's times when we're like, wait a minute, this is, and it's to strengthen our own relationship. Because God is there, He's the center of it. But sometimes we just, like I said, life can get in the way and we can look at things differently. But when we go back to Jesus, we're reminded that we're still on the boat and everything is steady, and we are continuing to move forward. So I hope that
let Jesus be the center of your relationship in every single way.
And like I said, it's not easy. The work is very, very hard. It's easier said than done, but it can be done.
Yes.
And so we are so grateful to share a little bit of our experience. We're, like I said, we're not there yet. We're still on our way, but we're excited for the road to come. Whether it's the good times, the bad times, we know that we have a God who is faithful, and He's giving us the tools that we need. We just need to put them to work.
Yeah. Stand for your marriage.
Yes. All right, everyone. God bless you wherever you are in different parts of the world. We hope that you and your family and your partner enjoy this series, because it's amazing. We're looking forward to hearing from other couples around the world and them to share their experiences. So, all right.
So here's the quarantine. All right,
guys.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care, guys.